Good evening. It's that time of the year again. 41 league clubs and 27 non-league clubs have all been up for the Cup. Marlow have been up for the Cup more times than anyone. They're the only club to have played in all 113 competitions. Typical Cup tie, non-league Marlow against second division Plymouth, coming right up. Plymouth, managed by Peter Shilton. No one has played more first-class games than the former England goalkeeper. Burnley was certainly up for the Cup in 1914. They won it. Today they were involved in an FA Cup War of the Roses. York City travelled to Turf Moor. Moving up for the Cup, Northern Premier League Knowsley United. They needed a favour from a friend and moved to Everton's Goodison Park for the day. The game was a giant killing. Carlisle United the opposition. Farnborough Town nearly upset the odds by beating West Ham the season before last. What price a home win against Alan Ball's Exeter? Farnborough at the post. In all, 68 clubs were up for the Cup, and we're going to weigh in with all the goals that set up the FA Cup shocks and surprises of the day. It was in '82 that Marlow went to the semi-final of the Cup. 1882, that is. 111 years on, the Buckinghamshire club are doing quite nicely in the Deodora League. Marlow were definitely up for the visit of Plymouth, and John Motson is the commentator.
Well, it really is Marlow's match of the day. And a crowd of just under 3,000 welcome the teams onto the field. And Marlow's unique FA Cup history is given a modern slant by their record signing Tim Bazaglo. He cost £4,000 from Woking, for whom he scored a memorable hat-trick in a 4-2 win at West Brom in the third round 3 seasons ago. And 2 other members of this Marlow team, number 2 Stuart Mitchell, no relation to goalkeeper Kevin, and number 4 Trevor Barron, were key members of that Woking side who lost 1-0 at Everton in the 4th round. And when Marlow's own cup exploits took them to Tottenham last season, number 7 Dave Lay scored their goal at White Hart Lane, one of 107 goals he scored for Marlow. Well, Plymouth also have a midfield player who's their captain and top scorer, number 8 Steve Castle, one of 3 ex-Orient players in the side. Number 6 Steve McCall won honours with Ipswich, but Marlow fans hoping to see Peter Shilton come within 1 of Ian Callaghan's record of 88 FA Cup ties are going to be disappointed. The goalkeeper manager has decided that 20-year-old Alan Nichols continues in goal, and Peter is not even fit enough to be the substitute. Peter Shilton, of course, apart from his record England caps, won an FA Cup winners' medal with Leicester all of 25 seasons ago, and he gets a nice reception here. Referee John Brandwood of Lichfield gets this first round cup tie underway, and already an overcast afternoon brightened up by Plymouth's smart new kit which they're unveiling today. Yellow shirts with green piping. Marlow, who get the first free kick, are all in blue, the underdogs. Well, this is the story of the FA Cup at this stage. The smaller clubs from outside the Premier and Ensley League mixing with teams from a higher status. It's a poor header by Naylor. It's Blackman with Bazaglo inside him. Oh, if he could have picked out, but here's a chance anyway, and just over from Catlin. It was Neil Catlin who came in at the back, although had Garfield Blackman here picked out Bazaglo, I really think Marlow had had an even better chance. It went behind Bazaglo, then Plymouth lost it again, and Catlin, a good effort. Header was by Nugent. And there he goes again. It was Burnett's through pass, and Ferguson has to bring his goalkeeper into the game fairly nervously. Not the sort of back pass you really want to deliver or receive, but he had no choice. McCall, Naylor, comes off Stuart Mitchell. That's a corner to Plymouth. Castle up. Oh, what a good save. Nugent back in. Oh, brilliant save by Kevin Mitchell from the header. But play goes on. This is Skinner. And that's going to be a free kick by Regan, the foul. And so there's hardly time for the Marlow players to say well done to the goalkeeper. They've got more defending to do here. It's Burnett. And Marlow break with Steve Holmes. What a super save that was by Kevin Mitchell, the 31-year-old motor transport fitter in the Marlow goal. The corner was swung in, and it's Steve Castle that comes in behind Andy Comyn. It's a good header and a good tip away. And here's Catlin. Not a very good first touch. Lay, nice play back to Holmes. That's his cross. Blackman's there. It might come to Watkins. Blackman, a bit tight in there, plays it back. The shot was by number 7, Lay, who has got this prolific record among non-league players as a midfield goal scorer, Dave Lay. And he doesn't need much time or invitation to get a shot in. Blackman here holds it up at first. And Lay wide of the left-hand post of Nichols. Header was by Castle. On by Lay. And that's Burnett. Looks for Skid. That's a good ball by Wayne Burnett. Really beautifully delivered. Here comes Patterson, the number 2. And it's loose, and it needs to be cleared here by Marlow, and it is by Stuart Mitchell. Here's Burnett, who really set that attack up. He gets slightly checked there by Lay, but it was a beautiful pass. And Mitchell was the saviour for Marlow. So it's going to be a free kick to Plymouth. McCall takes it. Burnett. This is Nugent. Still not picking them up here, and it's another good effort. Nugent again. Patterson was the joker in the pack there. The right back joined the forward line for Plymouth, and he carved something out for Nugent. Good play by Mark Patterson, and then McCall. Nugent shot. Naylor. Oh, Ferguson slipped there, and that gave Nugent half a yard. Ferguson's with him now. McCall. Nicely done, Nugent. Onside, Dalton here for Plymouth. Good chance, good challenge. Stuart Mitchell just got to him as Dalton was lining up the shot. He was onside, Dalton, got it down beautifully, but here comes the right back with a challenge that just about clears the situation. Oh, and Kevin Mitchell got fingertips to that, and I think it was enough. Well, he's played in the great stadiums of the world, and today he's in charge of a team who are playing in very different surroundings, but 44 now. Peter Shilton still very affable. Free kick to Plymouth. It was Burnett who was fouled by Lay. given it away and got it back, all in one movement. Skinner. So Skinner's shot, the last action of the first half, keenly contested. Marlow showing no signs of an inferiority complex, but half-time arrives for Peter Shilton with his team still on level terms at 0-0. Well, if you want a house built or repaired, Marlow are the team to come and see. Their part-time, or their other jobs, I should say, apart from football, include decorating, building, roof tiling, and domestic engineering. As the rain continues to pour down, Dave Russell, the manager on the extreme right, checks his watch. There's Burrows again. In it goes from Regan. This is Watkins. Bit of space for Marlow here. Oh, Bazaglo! Just a glimpse there of what he did for Woking. It was a powerful effort from Tim Bazaglo. Nicely set up here too by Mark Watkins, who waited, then left it, and Bazaglo fires it with his left foot, just close to the post. Marlow's best effort on goal so far. Blackman. Oh, and tucked in again to Blackman by Watkins, and Blackman! And a good save. Credit there to Alan Nichols. The defence was split, and Garfield Blackman was in on goal. It was worked back to him by Watkins very nicely, and the goalkeeper got the angle completely right, didn't he? Corner to Marlow, though. Deep one headed back in for Blackman. Here's Barron! Well, 2 escapes for Plymouth. 2 close shaves there. And Marlow just getting the opening to perhaps take the lead, and first Blackman and then Barron are thwarted. Watkins. That was Dell. Back again to Lay. This time it comes to Watkins. Regan. And now Bazaglo. Well, I just wonder if that was Marlow's best chance of taking a hold of this cup tie. They had 2 opportunities in the space of a couple of minutes there, or less than that. And Dave Russell's team saw the goalkeeper save the first one, and the defenders just closed down in time on Trevor Barron. Goalkeeper's clearance only to Regan, and he'll get the free kick for Marlow. And Lay to take it. Barron steals forward, and the Plymouth defenders didn't see him coming. It was a piece of quick thinking actually by Dave Lay, because he saw Barron takes the free kick from here. He saw Barron making his run beyond the defence. If he got a contact in, he might well have scored. Good free kick. Burnett. Naylor. Dell. Forward by Comyn. Ferguson with Dalton. Peter Shilton and John McGovern know that they're really into a cup tie here now. Nugent. McCall. Naylor. Marshall. Dell. Bit tight that. Free kick to Plymouth. Lay on McCall. And they're waving Adrian Burrows and Andy Comyn forward here, Plymouth. They've also got Nugent and Castle in the thick of it. Castle, no, yes! It's gone all the way in. And I think the man who took the free kick, Dalton, may well claim the goal. It's knocked right across, aiming at Castle, who goes in first. I'm not at all sure he made any contact. The goalkeeper certainly didn't, and the ball goes through into the net to give Plymouth Argyle the lead. I would say Dalton gets the credit for that, because there's no contact from Castle that I could see, and Plymouth are in the lead. And Dave Russell and Laurie Craker will be hoping that the goal won't demoralise them completely. Malins with Marshall, and Marshall beats him. Oh, there's danger here, and Steve Castle's not having the best of luck in this second half. He's had a couple of chances. He pulled that right across the goal. It's Marshall getting the better of Malins, who's just come on, and he pulls it nicely back into the path of Castle. Forward by Malins. Here's Dalton. Oh, a good position here found by Burnett, an even better one here for Marshall. He was saying to me before the match that he's back to his roots today, Dwight Marshall, the former Deodora League player, and he had a chance there. Maybe the angle was a bit wide to sew the match up. Plenty of power though. In goes Marshall to the hole. They've got Dalton coming in from the far side. Castle's there as well. Castle! Oh, that would have been a good goal. He'll look back on the second half, Steve Castle, and think he could have had a hat-trick. This was his best effort. Marshall found space on the right, a well-delivered cross, and Castle's volley well away from the keeper and only just from the post. Nice move that by Plymouth, and it would have sewn the game up for sure. With just under 5 minutes to go.
Next to the main stand, please.
Oh, it was given away rather there. And Marshall's interception put Burnett in, and here's Dalton for Plymouth, and that's going to be 2-0 and all over. And number 11, Paul Dalton, gets his second goal, and the Plymouth fans behind the goal celebrate a passage into round 2 now. Dalton put through the centre, desperate challenge there by the defender, but he tucked it away nicely. Malins tried to get across, but Dalton held him off. Kevin Mitchell came out, and he just jabbed it over him. Marlow 0, Plymouth Argyle 2. We're now in time being added on for stoppages. Watkins. This is Burrows to Naylor, and they've got Marshall through the middle this time. Is he offside? Well, there's no flag. is a chance perhaps for Marlow if they could just get it out to Watkins. And a good effort, capably dealt with too. In fact, the young goalkeeper made a save that, looking back on it, came at a very important time in the game, and really it thwarted Marlow's best effort. And from that springboard, Plymouth Argyle took over the tie. 2 goals by number 11, Paul Dalton. The first rather freakish perhaps, the second right at the end, making it a happy day for Peter Shilton and John McGovern and Plymouth Argyle. They go through to the second round courtesy of a 2-0 win. Paul Dalton's goals putting out the non-leaguers, who nevertheless acquitted themselves well.
Well, first of all, Peter, how pleased were you with the performance?
I was very pleased. It's nice to get through to the next round. I felt it was always going to be a difficult match. Marlow are not a bad little team. They've got a good record this season. They've been unbeaten for 9 matches, and they haven't failed to score in a game this season. So it was always going to be tough, but I felt we did enough, and it was a good professional performance.
I was very pleased with it, to be honest, John. I thought we did very well. We acquitted ourselves, created a lot of chances. Tremendous for an hour. They've scored the goal, and that was the difference, really. The first side to get a goal, and but never mind. We'll come back again.
I thought you had 5 minutes there in the second half when Garfield Blackman's shot was well saved and Trevor Barron nearly sneaked in, when perhaps if you'd scored it might have been a different game.
Yeah, I think if we'd scored then we would have gone on and won the game. But it was unfortunate. We made a little bit of an error where we failed to clear our lines, and Plymouth have punished us.
It's a long way from Marlow to Bologna, but have you any thoughts on England's prospects for Wednesday, having been the most capped player?
Well, I would hope we can win. And we've got to win, obviously, but, you know, at the end of the day, we've got a slim chance, but it is only a slim chance.
Everybody else's name gets put into the hat as the England manager, Peter. Any ambitions in that direction one day?
Certainly one day, yes, definitely. I'm a very ambitious person, and I think that I've got good qualities in management, but I'm still learning my trade. I went down to Plymouth to do that, and I feel that things have been going very well, and I'm glad I have learnt my trade. And we try to play good football and entertaining football, so hopefully one day, you never know.